Hello and welcome to the channel. Gordon here of JND Collectables. So, new year, new home, new collection tour. I finally managed to get the collection into some sort of order now with some new cabinets, etc. So I wanted to take some time just to go through and show you all how it's all shaped up. For those who are new to the channel and have never seen this before, welcome. I hope you enjoy going through some of the various items and collectible pieces that I've got. For those who have seen this collection before and who have subscribed, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. We have moved house now, so the collection has been completely redone and new IKEA Blaladin cabinets, etc. Which I've got another video on if you want to find out more about the actual cabinets. And hopefully you'll be able to see the collection in its new space. So this is the kitchen diner area at the back of the new house. And as you can see, I'm standing in the kitchen right now. We have a dining table in the middle. And I've been very lucky to be allowed this corner space at the other end to fill with my collection and make into my home office. The space roughly around about 9 squared meters, so it's about 3 by 3, maybe slightly shy of the 3 meter mark, but it's roughly there or thereabouts. I'll take you through and I'll show you some of the sections. So the Blaladins, we have all the 1/6 scale stuff in. I've been able to squeeze some Star Wars helmets above that. These Blaladins sit on some risers, which are the IKEA Kallax. I do have my Falcon, the Agostini Falcon display, right slap bang in the middle of the room, which I think works actually quite well, because it gives me a tabletop for some more statues, so you can see I've got some statues on there. That cabinet will be replaced with a black Besta unit, so it all matches in. Then up the back, I've got the other few IKEA cabinets that I had in the old house. So you have all the prop weapons, etc., Star Wars stuff, and a few 1/6 in this cabinet here. Up the top, I've got statues, busts, swords on that wall, etc. The windowsill houses some quarter scale stuff. I then have my desk, a work area, and then down here I've got a couple of new displays. I've got on the left hand side the Mandalorian display, a right hand side a Robocop display, and on the top Back to the Future. So that's how it's all kind of roughly laid out. I'll take you through some of the individual items and show you what I've got. When I moved house, this is a smaller space than what I had before, so I did believe, I thought that a lot of the stuff that I had wasn't going to be able to display. I've managed to work most of it in, which is quite surprising. I didn't think I was going to get as much in this space. I thought the Witch King helmet and the DeLorean, etc. were just going to have to be stored until I've got maybe a slightly larger space to work with around the house, but I've been very lucky and made some pretty nice choices, I think, to try and get most of the stuff in. There are a few things, unfortunately, which I've not been able to unbox as yet, such as my Ghostbusters Proton pack from HasLab, the Bat Tumbler, a couple of swords, Dark Knight Cowl, etc. But I'm working my way through. Some things I'm going to sell, other things I'll just keep in store until such a time as I can work out how to display them around maybe the rest of the house, or just squeeze them in here somewhere. So running through the collection, as I said, these are the new IKEA Blaladin glass display units, which I really do like a lot. They are replacements for the Detolfs, which I've had in the past. They are slimmer, they are shorter, but as you can see, I've been able to get quite a fair stack of 1/6 scale figures in. Check out the other video if you want to know more about them and how they compare. But yeah, generally I've got, Darth Vader, Moff Gideon. This is kind of the Star Wars kind of end of the cabinets. So, get Heavy Mando, Armourer, moving down to the Ahsoka, Princess Leia and Wicket. That Ahsoka figure is amazing. Really, really, really impressed with that one. Give you a bit of a close-up for people who perhaps haven't seen that one before. It's a really top figure. Really like that one. Then I've managed to squeeze 3 in. We've got the Luke, Return of the Jedi and DX07. Well, I've got Bo-Katan. Down here I've managed to get 3 troopers in. Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Mud Trooper. And then I've got K2SO and Shiro Imwe with the signature plates. Moving off to the next cabinet, I've got Jack Sparrow. Bit of glare there. We've got Jack Sparrow up the top. Then got Alita and Yondu. Billy Butcher. And I'm hoping to add Homelander to him very shortly. And I've got City Hunter, Predator and Chappie next to him. Now in the next cabinet we have up the top Leon and Django. Then we've got Ace Ventura and the Dude. Then we have a spare space for a figure which will hopefully be arriving imminently. I may have to rearrange some things, but I am waiting on my inner Gandalf, so I need a special space for him. Then I've got the Iconic Studio American Psycho figures. Now I ordered 2 of these. Really, really impressed with the accuracy of the likeness and clothing tailoring. I got 2 because obviously American Psycho has 2 personas, and I thought, you know, why not have them displayed? I couldn't decide between the 2 looks, so why not have 2? And I'm really happy with that one. I think it looks tremendous. Moving on to the next cabinet. Cable and Deadpool up the top. Then we have Harley Quinn and Deadshot. Then we've got Neo and Agent Smith. And then down the bottom I've got The Crow, Eric Draven and It. And then the last cabinet, which includes some really fabulous figures, is the Inner Rooted Joker, which is an amazing piece. It really is absolutely outstanding. We've got the second Rooted Inner Joker. Again, the whole thing, I'm really, really impressed with Inner, being a collector for so long, over 20 years now. The 1/6 scale figures with Inner and all the other competitors out there are really, really pushing the game, which is lovely to see. Great for us as collectors. And I can't be any more impressed with these 2. They're fantastic. Then down below, I've got the original Hot Toys DX Joker. And then I've got the Batman Armory and Bane. So that's the Blaladin cabinets. Above, EFX Darth Vader. Then we've got a Stormtrooper, that's EFX as well. Then I've got the Anovos Blue Leader Rogue One Squadron helmet. We've got the Anovos Shore Trooper, generic Scout, and a Boba Fett, which needs repaired, but got it there. Then moving on to the other cabinets, and I'll start with the cabinets before I move up to the top. I've got the Akira Kaneda bike and figure from Medicom. We've got Rick and Morty, a nice wee colourful character set. We've got the Blitzway Ghostbusters. And then the Hollywood Collectables Group Stunt Pulse Rifle in OD green. Moving on to the second cabinet of prop weapons. It's all Star Wars in here, so we've got Master Replicas, Luke Saber from Empire Strikes Back. We've got the Return of the Jedi Saber. We've got Luke's blaster. We've got Master Replicas Darth Vader with a nice wee SIG plate from Dave Prowse. Then I've got some Rogue One stuff here. So I've got Jyn Erso's blaster, which is all metal, and that was a kit that I put together. And then I've got a very similar pair of the goggles, the CB goggles used in Rogue One. Then we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi's sabre from A New Hope, master replicas again. Then a Saber Forge Obi-Wan Kenobi sabre from Episode 1. And then a stunt Skylar Dark Edition sabre from Saber Trio. And then the bottom shelf houses a couple of RS Prop Masters helmets. So we've got the Red 5 Luke X-Wing, and then we've got the Wedge Red 2 signed edition by Dennis Lawson. In the middle here we've got an EC blaster, EC17 blaster from RS Prop Masters. That's the Iris Keller collection, number 78 of 125. Which is a pretty nice thing to have. I believe it's straight off of the original casting, original moulds. And then on the left hand cabinet, rather unfinished completely at the moment. I'm waiting on a few things being sorted and finalised, but I've got a couple of things in here. So we've got a Blade Runner kind of section here. You can see I've got a PKD, Love's Blaster, Officer K's Blaster. We've got a badge, a couple of wee bits and bobs, a wooden horse, which is 3D printed. Sean Young, signature plate, who played Rachel in the original Blade Runner. Then I've got a Tron Identity disc, Yondu's Yaka Arrow, bit of a Ghost in the Shell thermoptic pistol piece that I worked on myself. So it's just a clear plastic BB gun, which I then modified myself. It's not necessarily a direct copy of Major's pistol, it's just in the style of. But I'm pretty happy with the way that one turned out. I really like that. It's only cost about £20 to put it all together. But yeah, it's quite a nice wee piece. Shelf below. Now, this is an unfinished piece because I'm waiting on a few Indiana Jones things landing. We've got the Fertility Idol. I've got Indiana Jones's fedora, which I'm waiting on a stand. I've also got a couple of things like the diary and the Holy Grail chalice on the way, so we'll see how that can all fit in. I managed to score this Pirates of the Caribbean, big fan of pirates. This Dead Man's Chest, it's a CD player. Okay, so you can see there's buttons here and you've got that, but the overall casing and look, the size is pretty accurate. Now I got this on eBay for about £30, and the master replica one that was produced years ago, very, very difficult to find, very rare to pop up, and when they do, they cost an absolute fortune. As much as I would love that one, this one for £30 does the job. So the plan is to somehow either replace this middle section or take some other props like the flintlock and try and place them in front of that section so that you don't necessarily see it. So we'll see how that goes. Down below we've got the Master Replicas Jack Sparrow flintlock, and then my Factory X Maximus Gladiator helmet. So closing that cabinet up, let's go through what's up above. So on the far right, I've got my United Cutlery Witch King helmet, along with a few Lord of the Rings swords. So we've got Boromir, Aragorn or Strider, as well as Sting. We've then got the Sideshow Collectables premium format Jyn Erso. It's a pretty nice statue. I've then got the JND Studios 1/3 scale hyper real Joker, which is a stunning statue itself. One of my all-time favourite things in the collection is the JND Studios Harley Quinn 1/3 scale hyper real. So again, you get the silicon heads, hands, rooted hair, glass eyes. It's just an amazing piece. It really is absolutely stunning. And then behind that, I've just got a generic Harley Quinn print, which I think complements the kind of background pretty well. Beside that, we've got the Sideshow Collectables premium format Harley Quinn statue, which is really, really nice. Maybe not the best likeness in the world, but yeah, I think it's a really nice statue. Then we have the Blitzway Prime 1 Joker from portraying Joaquin Phoenix. Again, 1/3 scale for that one. Big old heavy piece, that one. Wasn't sure I was going to get that out and be able to display it, but moving the other two statues, which I'll show you in a minute, Red Sonja and the Rebel Terminator, allowed me some space to put this up here. And then tucked away in the corner, Sideshow Collectables Predator bust, which is pretty cool. I really like that one. There's a lot of people perhaps don't necessarily like it, but I think the Predator bust is pretty cool. Okay, so that's the kind of top of the cabinets. Then on the windowsill, I've got a couple of quarter scales. So I've got the Hot Toys quarter scale Batman Dark Knight. Then I've got the quarter scale Batman Begins Enter Bay on the other side. And in the middle, I've got the Sideshow Collectables premium format X23. Now moving round to this area here, I've got my original Dark Knight Joker poster hanging on the wall. Then I've got the Hot Toys DeLorean, as well as the Hot Toys Marty, Hot Toys Doc Brown, and a background which I made myself, which has been signed by Lee Thompson and Christopher Lloyd. Not convinced about Doc's head sculpt. It's okay, it's quite good, but could be better. But all the wee accessories and the outfit, the tailoring, you can't fault them. It's top notch. I mean, just the accessories and all that belt and the pocket, it's first class. It really is first class. So that's the kind of Back to the Future Hot Toys display. And then moving down here, I'll maybe open these doors so we don't get any glare. A couple of displays which I've slung together. So I'm not convinced I like these just yet. I might change them. They look better in person than what they probably do in camera, but I'm still not convinced they're right. In the middle, you've got the Anubis Mandalorian helmet, flanked by the two Hot Toys Mandalorian 1/6 scale figures and a 3D printed Mando blaster in front of it. And then on the right hand side, I've got all my Robocop stuff. So I've got my Chronicle Collectables 1/2 scale Robocop bust, flanked on either side by 4 figures. You've got Battle Damage Robocop, you've got the normal Robocop, you've got Alex Murphy, and you've got the custom Clarence Bodica from Legal 7 Workshop. And then in front of that, which needs a few touch-ups, I've got just an Auto 9 with the 2 signature plates signed by Peter Weller himself. So yeah, that's the Robocop display in them. Again, they're okay. I'm not entirely certain they'll stay like this, but that's how I've got them at the moment. And then the last 2 items is just the couple of statues I've got sitting here. So we've got the Red Sonja premium format statue, which is absolutely terrific. And then I've got the Rebel Terminator statue as well, both premium formats, but quarter scale. And the good thing about having them on this kind of floating cabinet in the middle is that you can see the back of these statues as well, which you rarely get to see. Most statues are normally kind of like in front of a wall, and you don't really get to see the rear of them. But the thing I like about having these statues here is that, you know, you can appreciate the full statue in 360 degree view. So yeah, that's it. I mean, there's a few items that I haven't got the space for. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way in which everything's worked out so far. Just keep plugging away. I've got a few things on pre-order. No idea where they're going to go yet. Obviously, I've got a couple of empty wee spaces here, there and everywhere. But generally, I've managed to get everything in. And I think probably this is the best, over the 20 odd years that I've been collecting, this is probably the best collection display that I've ever had. I really, really like the way it's all come together with the glass cabinets, etc. As I said, there's a few changes still to make, so I'll do a bit of an update video once I've made those changes. But so far, so good. That is the collection for January 2024. Hope you liked it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And yeah, more videos hopefully to come very soon. So thanks very much for checking the video out. Much appreciated. And until the next one, take care.